Alright, you cool cat personal trainers, this is for you because I'm hearing this over and over again, and you could be going through the same problem right now, because if you're asking how do I get more leads, then this video, this episode, this actual coaching session that I'm going to walk you through is really for you. This is what you need to be following through with so you can be signing on clients each and every week, because the coaching session that I'm going to walk you through in just a second is what I just took a group of personal trainers through a few days ago, and it's working so well with them just starting it and with all the coaches that have been using it before that I just wanted to share this with you. And this is something that I want you to actually put this into play, see the real results with yourself, because this is what's working right now. I don't want you to be falling prey with all the other stuff that people are just regurgitating that isn't working, because if you're feeling confused or even frustrated from trying to build your PT business but you're not getting clients coming to you and it feels like that you're just trying to chase them the whole time, then this is what you're going to need to put into play. So let me walk you through right now the coaching session. Let me give you access to it, and also importantly, join. I'll add a link below for you to be able to, but join for free the Fitness Business Success Circle. This is where you're going to be able to come to after watching this episode and to be able to ask all the questions. I'll be in there answering your questions, giving you help along the way, but you'll really see, especially at this end of this episode, the few key things that you're going to be walking away with that you need to actually do that's going to make things so much easier and just like less restrictive and less confusing and more enjoyable for you to do what you really wanted to do. Because let's face it, we got into the health and fitness world because we want to be transforming bodies, we want to be transforming lives. So let's get you doing what you need to do and not getting caught up in all the crappy, salesy, sleazy stuff that so many people are trying to tell you to do. So get on into it and enjoy. Welcome, amigos. This is going to be a really exciting coaching call that we're going to go through this, because so many trainers and coaches have been asking some really similar questions, especially like finishing the past year, coming into the new year now. And it's really about, right, how do you make this literally the best year yet? And there are some really important things and really some common things that we're going to crush right now. So many trainers right now are simply saying that they want more leads. How do I get more leads? What do we need to be doing? How do I grow my following? And I'm going to be brutally upfront, because I have been talking with so many trainers in the past few weeks. That is not what you need to be focused on, especially when starting off, and especially to make sure that you can really have growth with what you need to be doing. And I'll explain why. And importantly, in this coaching call, what I want to actually do is break down step by step what you need to be doing. So stick with me all the way to the end. Get ready with a pad and pen, because you are going to want to take notes. You're going to want to take action on this. And also, I've got some FAQ, because a bunch of trainers did ask some really good questions that were very similar. So we're going to cover that at the end and obviously give you the next best steps of what you're going to need to be able to do. But obviously, as everyone starts joining on, Zach, I just see you pop up right now. Please ask questions as you go through this. The whole point of me actually doing this, Leonard Williams, thank you so much for being here. Again, everyone joining through, ask questions, because this is why I want to do these things live. And rather than just jump on a camera and just talk to a camera by itself, is because I want to be able to tailor this for where you are. Now, what we want to be able to do, and hence I've got a lot of coffee that's already kicked in. Actually, I've got this mushroom coffee. It's really good stuff. I have like no affiliation with it. It's just really good. And also, I've got a box of my book. There's a few of them that I've just got to give away, because I'm actually flying back to Bali tomorrow or the next day, so we've got to get a lot done, and hence why I actually just wanted to do this call before I go back to Bali, so we can get you guys straight into everything as well. So let's make this action-packed and obviously really practical for what you're going to be able to use as well. What we really need to be able to do is firstly focus on what is it that's going to get your business rocking and rolling. Now, when so many coaches and trainers, when we start off and say, right, we need to grow your business right now, what is it that we need to actually do? There's a few really key things that we can do very soon, within the first couple of weeks, that's going to be able to then... Zach, yeah, I know. It's literally raining. I'm actually getting wet right now, but I didn't want to do this inside. So yeah, great weather here in Sydney, and obviously that's why I'm heading back to Bali as well. Now, scale, build the business. How do we do it quick? Right, this is a really good point. So what we need to be able to do is, there's usually two sides of the coin that we like to look at, that most trainers when coming on board want to tick. And this most likely is going to be where you're at as well. First, one side of the coin is, how do we get traction really quick? How do we get clients signing on board quickly? How do I start making more profits and more money? How do I start breaking away and making more freedom straight away? Fantastic. We're going to be able to do that, and that's why I want to hold this. Secondly, on the other side of the coin, is how do we build a business that actually has longevity, that's going to be long lasting? And we want to be able to do that without sacrificing. So we want to be able to get some short term gain, but we don't want long term pain. We want to be able to actually set up a business that's going to have longevity for what we're going to be able to sit through it. Now, a big part of why when trainers say, I need more leads, I need more people coming through, I need more of a social media following, all this kind of stuff. No, you don't. You need to be able to have more conversions, because everybody is going to be able to have even a small number of people. And this is why when people are starting off only have a very small number of people to attract, that's okay, because we want proof of concept first. What we want to be able to do is actually get a small number of people, or a large number of people, in many cases that can happen quickly, but what we want is conversions. We want to be able to say, yes, people are actually wanting. Really common scenario that breaks my heart so much of the time is a trainer will sit down, really good ideas, switched on, and what they're going to do is they're going to create I'm going to create a full 16-week program. They do everything. They map the full thing out. They spend weeks, months, they do a website, all this kind of stuff, and then they launch. Nothing happens. It goes to crickets. And this is the problem. No proof of concept. And there could just be a small few tweaks that we can make that's going to make a huge difference. Why we want to be able to go through this. So really what we're going to do through this coaching call is we're going to get you setting up and building your sales funnel. So let's say if 2 people go through your sales funnel and we're able to get a 50% conversion rate, you're signing up with just 1 client. Everyone can get a small number of people coming through. My books nearly fell. Everyone can get a small number of people through and starting to attract it. So this is actually how you're going to start building clients really quickly. And importantly, and what I'm really going to cover at the end of this as well, is how to do it this year, how to do it in the now, right now. Because I really find what so many people are regurgitating so often, it's old tactics, and I want you to understand the strategies. I would rather teach you to fish than give you a fish so you can continually do it, but do it with what's going to be working now, because so much of the old stuff ain't working and people are literally chasing their tails with it as well. So let's go through and let's start actually bringing it on board so we can get you signing on new clients. Then in an upcoming coaching call, what I think would be really good to follow this up is how do you then drive boatloads of people and really increase your traffic, so when you've got high conversions and high traffic, you've got a killer business. And that's what we want to be able to do. So let's actually go through 2 scenarios, because I know a lot of trainers can be in either of these 2 scenarios. Either you want to be able to grow your face-to-face business, or you want to be able to grow your online business. Or you want to do both, and that's cool. We can actually do both at the same time. So what I'm going to do is let's go through the face-to-face side first, then we can do the online first, and then we can kind of show you how to piece it all together as well. So if that sounds good, give it a thumbs up, because that's what we're going to want to follow through with. So face-to-face first. I want to make this really simple right now. What usually happens is we need to be able to get someone. Let's understand the psychology of this first. So let me I love psychology and applied psychology. So let's go through this, and I'm going to make it nice and simple for you to understand. What we need to be able to do is we need to build a know, like, trust factor. Firstly, someone needs to know you. Then they need to like you. Then they need to trust you for them to be able to become a client of yours. Cool. That's what we're going to be able to do. Now, the know part is traffic, okay? So we need to, in this call, just focus on the like and the trust factor. We're going to be building relationships with people. And this is where you don't want to be salesy. You don't want to be all cheesy and stuff about that. You just want to be, like, very upfront. This is what I'm good at. This is who I serve. This is how I serve them. If this not for you, that's all cool. No hard feelings, but we can move on, because this is about you being able to attract the right people and push away the wrong people. And the common example that I use is, let's just say you are a trainer and you specialize in coaching postnatal mothers lose weight. Now, the message that you have, the content you produce, the videos you shoot, the articles you produce, your Facebook, your Instagram, all these things are going to be targeted towards those people. Now, what usually happens is, if you're talking about those topics that are going to be very key to women wanting to lose weight in that postnatal period, do you think a mid-20s-year-old dude that wants to get jacked and ripped is going to be interested in that? No. So we're being magnetic to the right people and we're being repulsive to the wrong people. And not repulsive in a bad way. We're not like saying, screw you. We're just saying, like, look, this isn't for you. There's someone else that's going to be better for you. And this is why it's so important to understand, to have that niche first off, then to produce the content that drives the traffic. We'll cover that in a future call. Let's get to the good stuff right now. Really simply right now, what I've got is a 3-step process for a face-to-face business and how you're going to be signing on people really easily. Firstly, you want to be driving them into, let's call it, a weight loss consultation. Now, I say in the days for the 8 years or something, I was being a trainer at Multiple Fitness First. A big thing was like doing 3 free PT sessions. So what it was kind of like, hey, have a trial, let me actually train you, and then you hopefully try and sign that person on board. Now, a lot of people kind of like do this, but there's no trusted process between what has to happen. And this is where we want a trusted process so you can do this time and time and time again for you to be able to get the result that you want at the end of the day. So this 3-step process. Step 1 is the weight loss consultation. Step 2, I call it the fit or no fit. Step 3 is the walkthrough sign on. So in the weight loss consultation, you need to be able to get people to the weight loss consultation first. So if you are the specialist for postnatal mothers wanting to lose weight, what you're going to be doing is you're going to have a very special free consultation service that can be like, this is a 30-minute sit down where I'm going to walk you through the right type of training because you've gone through, maybe you've had a C-section, maybe you've had a natural birth, and we're going to be able to walk through the right type of movements and exercises you're going to be able to do. Then we're going to talk about the right nutrition aspects for you to be able to feed yourself, and maybe if you're breastfeeding, obviously to be able to then have that flow-on effect to feed your baby. So you can see how my language already, because I'm talking to a specific market, it's specific to them and I'm answering, and they're going to be going, oh yeah, this is exactly what I need to be doing right now. This is all good. Once you get someone into a weight loss consultation, really basic steps you need to be able to walk through. You need to be able to go through, why are they actually there? What are the pains that they're going through right now? Understand, what are they looking for? What is their dream scenario for what they're looking for? And this goes into a step 2, which is the fit or no fit. So, do you actually fit the program that I'm running? If not, that's all cool, that's okay. We don't need to take the next step, or I can refer you on to someone better so you do get the results you want, because we all want everyone to be able to achieve, but this is where you're going to have to be specific. And look, a big battle that so many trainers have is they're trying to please everybody. Everybody comes to them and then they have a bunch of, like, look, I know I had this for years. I learned this the hard way. You get a bunch of clients on board and they are just energy vampires. They just suck your energy out. They're not who you want to be training. They're not the results that you want to be training for. You're simply taking them on board because they've got a beating heart and they're willing to pay you money for the session. That's not cool. Let's step away from that. Now, what happens is once someone is a fit or no fit, fantastic. You want to be able to simply walk through what is it that they're really looking for and how does your program give them that fit that they're looking for as well. Then it's simply moving the conversation to the walkthrough how to sign on board. So it's simply, okay, this is where you're at. This is where you want to go. This is how the program is going to work. This is how you sign on board. These are the terms and conditions of it, that sort of stuff. This is how you sign up for it. Really simple. There's no need to go all nitty gritty. Like, look, in the actual coaching programs and like Pro Circle and all this stuff, we give you scripts so you actually know exactly what to say. So it's like really simple and easy for you to be able to go through these things. You know the actual pieces of paper that you can get your clients to sign. All these things. So literally you're signing 8, 9 out of 10 people that are walking into these weight loss consultations for you. So your homework is, if you don't have that right now, write down that you need to start putting this together. Go back through why I wanted to record this. Go back through, look at the few steps that I just walked you through, and how can you piece that together? What are the main questions that you want to be asking? Simply write this down. You can walk into your weight loss consultation and just have your main questions that you want to be asking them and say, where are you now? What was you doing? What does your diet look like? What does your training look like? What's your libido like? What's your gut health? Do you have any food sensitivities? All these things. So it's kind of like a needs analysis and a breakdown down truly so you can understand them and then walk them through the next part. Now, what I want to walk you through now is really important. This is kind of comes down to quite a bit of the foundation of what we are here for and why so many trainers really just get stuck at the end of the day. We've got to cover what are the bottlenecks of where your business is at. Now, there's 3 main bottlenecks that we're just going to focus on in this coaching call right now. So this is really important that you go through these 3 bottlenecks, think about it with where you're at right now so you can have these quick fixes. Because remember, a bottleneck is when things are coming in, or you've got like traffic coming through, but it stops, people can't go through, your business not working. So let's think of it in these three parts. Step number uno is getting followers, which is, let's call it website, your social media, your social posts, engagement on those things, all that kind of stuff. Step two is getting leads. So we call this how do you then get people to your lead magnet. So let's say you've got a free, it could be a free weight loss consultation for your face-to-face business. Now I can start talking about online and face-to-face business at the same time, and then I'll take you through the online funnels in just a second. But let's say getting leads can be getting people to your weight loss consultation, or someone signing up for your free workout that you're giving out online, or you could be giving out a free cheat sheet, a free 7-day meal plan, or all these different things. There's your lead magnets. So you're simply giving value to someone, and they're just like, hey, I'm more than happy to exchange my name, contact details, email, and to be able to get, obviously, the value that you're giving me. That's pretty much as basically as it is. It's really simple. All this is doing is giving them the opportunity to consume what it is of the value that you're giving, so you see what it is that they have. Good question. How do you close objections like, I'll talk with my husband? Okay, really good. Can I answer that in the FAQ section? I'm literally going to write that down right now. Talk with. That's a really good question, because there's two ways we will battle that. And in a really simple way. It's not cheesy or anything like that. Talk with husband. Really good. I really appreciate it. Keep the questions coming. That's really good stuff. Okay, sorry, just want to nail this because this is important stuff. So let's say you're driving people to a weight loss consultation, you're driving people to your free diet, all these sort of things. We're building a relationship. We're giving them the opportunity to actually see that you have value to give. Because let's be really upfront, everyone right now, in this year that we are in right now, is the health and fitness space crowded? Is it saturated? The answer is yes. I've said it a lot of times. It is yes. But it is not competitive, because you can separate yourself. Stop being so vanilla. Be specialized. Be specific for who you want to serve, so people are coming to you and you're not having to chase after them. That's a really important way, and what we need to be doing right now as well. So let's say the next bottleneck, numero 3, is getting conversations. Let's just call it getting conversations, because this both works for face-to-face and for online business as well. So this could be, how do you get people from your lead magnet to having the weight loss consultation, to having the actual conversation that leads them into, yes, I want to come on board your program, and coming on board as a client. That's simply it. So there's 3 main bottlenecks right now. So if we actually look at everything, if we look at your 3 bottlenecks that you've got right now, the getting followers, again, just like I mentioned before, is what we're not covering in this call right now. I'll cover it in a future call, but you've got to nail this first before that will actually work, because we need to be able to have successful conversions. Another good question, another one I need to answer. To charge high prices, I need to show value. Okay, I get it, but how do I put the value beyond the price perspective? All right, really good. Let me write that down in the FAQ section. I'm just going to write, how do I charge premium? Cool. Is that cool if I answer that later for you? How do I charge premium? It's really good. We'll definitely cover that. It's important stuff. Again, because that's a part of the bottleneck that we need to cover off as well. So once we have not worried about the actual, okay, how many people are we getting to the website? How many people do I have on Facebook? How many people do I get on Instagram? And a lot of that stuff I just call vanity metrics. They're metrics that have nothing really to do with the growth of your business, because there are more important things as well. So what we're going to be focusing on is, how do we actually have this sales funnel built? Now, I didn't actually mention this start. Probably should have mentioned this, but this is important stuff. What we're building is, I said that we're building your sales funnel with this call. But what we're really doing is, how can we do it automated as well? How can we actually do it so it's running without you? And I'm going to show you. fuck it, let's do it right now. Sorry for swearing. This is good stuff. Let's get into this. Let's go through 2 online sales funnels. You'll see how this also goes straight into your face-to-face business as well. Now, I'm giving you 2 because one's super simple and one is more of an evergreen, more advanced, but it's how your business is going to run long-term. So what we're actually currently doing with a lot of the trainers and coaches right now in the program is, again, as I said, that coin, it's got 2 sides. How do we get really quick results? How do we build the business with longevity? We're doing it with these 2 funnels right now. So this gives you context into what we're doing. First step of this simple sales funnel is content. You're going to be producing highly specific content, talking directly to your market. There's going to be, importantly, having a call to action to take them to the next step. That next step, so step number 2 in this, is a weight loss Facebook group. So it's a group that you're running, that you're going to be able to have people that want to be able to get the results that you're specific for, and you're going to be able to then get engagement, continually give value to where they're at. Now, this is working really well. There's multiple coaches. One that comes straight to mind is Tyler. Tyler is literally going from content to putting people into a Facebook group, to shooting a sales video, which is step 3, and I'll go through in just a second, shooting a sales video that talks about his program for people signing on $1,000 a month clients. That is a simple process. 3 steps, bum, 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 straight there. So you're producing content. Step number 2 is you're driving people from the content into your Facebook group. The Facebook group, just so you understand the strategy, it's not just the tactic, it is a petri dish for where you can continually grow engagement. So it is just like a platform that you're giving, one simple platform that people can join, and you're giving them the way for them to further consume what's needed. You'll see in the actual more advanced sales funnel that we can replace the Facebook group with something else. So it's actually, you produce something once and it's going to continue to work for you. You're not going to have to be too bogged down by constantly being on Facebook all day, answering questions and doing all these other things. But we'll get there. The third step is shooting a sales video. That's simply a video that talks about who does your program for? Who is your program made for? Secondly, what does your program do, and what are the features, and importantly, what are the benefits of it? And then thirdly, how do people sign on board? Which is usually just click the link below and you can sign up for the page. Once you sign up and go through the payment, you'll get an email from me. We'll be booking in your first coaching call. Done. You suddenly have a new client sign on board, and you can have dozens to hundreds of clients signing on board, customers, whatever. It doesn't have to be too complicated. So what you're able to do then is, okay, we can quickly get something like that signed on board really easily with a simple sales funnel right there. Let's now just quickly go through the more advanced, so you just see how we can grow the business as well. Step number 1, you're producing content. Again, you're showing value out into the world. You're getting people that don't know you to know you. Cool. Then we're getting them into, say, a video sales series. So let's just say you're the trainer that's talking specific to women that want to lose weight that are in the postnatal period. So you could say, all right, what are 3 main problems that your market, now literally I want you to write this down. What are 3 main problems that your market is suffering with right now? What are the 3 main questions that you can help solve that is going to give them the results that they want? So for a postnatal woman, it could be, what do I need to be eating? How do I actually start exercising and moving in this, say, like 4th trimester period? And the third thing could be is, how do I fit this into my lifestyle as I've got a new baby now, and obviously this throws a lot of chaos into the world. How do we start making it an easier lifestyle adjustment? So we've covered 3 major things that we can start to answer. So this umbrella, okay, right? So we've got 3 main videos answering 3 main questions. You're going to put it under a lead magnet that comes under one headline. So it could be like the 3 major things every postnatal mother needs to do to lose weight. That's a shocking headline, but you understand where I'm going. You get people to sign up for that. Then they get access to it. But what we do first, and this is like a bit more of an advanced ninja. I just had a phone call come in. Sorry about that. It's hilarious. That's why we do live calls, because stuff. That's all good. So let's just say, for instance, someone signs up for the 3 video series. Now, before they get the video series given to them in the emails, you could have an extra bonus episode straight away in that thank you page. Because remember, they're hot to trot right now. They're like, yes, I want to answer this. This is really good. They're actually saying, yes, I want to commit to having a further of a relationship with you. That's a really big thing. There are millions upon millions of other people that they could choose from, and they're choosing you right now to do that. So we actually have a bonus episode that what we do is we actually talk about the main problems that they're covering, how you cover them, and why you've designed the program and your business and everything that you do to give the best results possible. And then you, again, someone just tried to call back again. I'm not going to answer them. That's all good. It's hilarious. It'd be really funny if it was one of you guys actually on the call right now. All good. Now, what we need to do is then have in that video that they get straight away, you have a call to action to the next step. So if someone wants to say, oh my God, okay, Chris is doing postnatal for mothers. Yes, he's just answered all the major questions that I have. He's just showing me the program, and yes, I want to get on board. Because what happens so much of the time is people are making it too hard for people to get on board. I literally had, I should put it on Do Not Disturb. There's a really good point, Zach. I'm not going to do it now because I'll probably turn the live call off, so I won't risk that as well. So what we need to be able to do is we need to be able to have an easy way for people to get on board. I had a call literally yesterday with a trainer, and we're going through his entire business, and I went, you are just making it too hard for people to sign on board. We need to actually cull all these different steps that you spent so long, and we can make it so much easier. Put that to action, signing on clients immediately. Like, it's not that hard to be able to do. So what we next do is, after that bonus episode that they get straight access to, then they have an email series. So it's simple email series. We've got templates and all that stuff already pre-prepared, so it's pretty much plug and play straight into the system. But all we need to do is, firstly, they get the actual emails with the videos that they signed up for. So you're giving them to them in a sequence to do it. Now, why I like a video series as well is because you're giving them information in small bites, but they can take action on. Remember, getting someone to sign up for a lead magnet isn't just about getting someone to sign up for a lead magnet. It's not about getting someone on your email list. It's about getting transformation. It's about actually helping them get results, because then if they get results from something that's free from you and sign up, they're like, oh my God, you are absolutely brilliant. You are the world's best person. Yes, I want to come on board your coaching program because I see the value in what's going on. That is how we're building trust with people. And this is obviously this more advanced funnel that we're going through right now. This is what we need to be able to do so it can work with you sleeping, with you on holidays, with you at the gym training yourself. All these things is how we be able to work. So we've got that email series that first delivers the videos that they signed up for. Then you can have a sales series, and then what we do is have like alternating content sales series, so that people, if they weren't ready to buy straight away and come on board as your client, you might get them later. And that's an important thing. Like, I've had people on my list for years and then signing on now. It's just because they've had time, or I've said something important and they've been able to sign on that way. You beaut, all good. That's how it works. Done deal. Last step of that is the sales page. So you obviously have a page with really good copy that simply is the right wording, the right language that tells people simply, clearly, distinctively what it is that you're doing, why it is the best fit for them, if it is the right fit for them, that is, and what they need to be doing to take on board and get on board as your client. Really simple. There's 5 steps. I'll just go through it again to make sure we hash it out. Step number 1, content. Step number 2, video series with the lead magnet. Step number 3, your extra follow-up video that also can get people to sign on board. Step number 4, the email series. And step 5, the sales page. Done. You're signing on clients all day, every day. Now, what we really need to be able to do is see how you can be doing these both at the same time, because so many trainers recently, and this is cool because I was in the exact same position when starting, is, well, how do I grow my face-to-face business? How do I grow my online business? And this is where I see a lot of the time we're looking at your business in 2 different pillars. There's your face-to-face and there's your online. But when we do something to build your face-to-face, let's make sure that we're building it, we're doing something that also synergistically builds your online business as well, and then vice versa. Because when you're producing content, you're giving value, you can do these slight changes so that it does build both at the same time. So let's just go through a couple of these key questions, and I'll go with, okay, let's go back to the question that you asked of how do I charge a premium. Now, pricing, let me answer it this way, that I actually find really interesting. Let's just say I bought a house for $1 million, and it's been 1-2 years time, maybe I even did a little bit of renovations, whatever, and I want to sell it, and I'm like, oh, this place is worth $1.5 million, like blah, blah, blah. You kind of break it down, $1.5 million. Now you put it to auction, and the highest bidder says $1 million. That's all they're willing to do. No one's budging, no one wants to go to it. Your house is worth $1 million. That is what the market says it is worth. That is what it's worth, not what you think it's worth. Now, what happens with, and why this correlates over to personal training, is how does the person perceive the value of what you're doing right now? If you're, say, if you're running a $250 a month online coaching program, all good, you're signing clients on, then you're running a $1,000 a month coaching program for clients, and you're not getting anyone signed on board, it's simply because people are not seeing the value in what you're doing. You need to be able to show them what it is worth to them. Now, with some things, there can just be a market cap. People just aren't going to be wanting to go. But to tell you the truth, and especially like, no, 100%, I see it all the time, is especially flicking through Instagram, you see people in like $50 12-week program and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like, but like, it's clearly like cut and paste and this sort of stuff. And a lot of the coaches that are coming on board, they're hiring coaches that want to be doing a premium service. So you just need to simply show them, okay, well, like, this is why this is worth this. And it really comes down to, again, having the right conversions. And this is why actually that question works so perfectly into why I wanted to shoot this coaching call before the next coaching call that's all about driving traffic, is because if you can show people the value and simply show them, like, think of the main problems that they're having. How do you solve those problems? How do you do it in the quickest and easiest ways? How can you then polarize yourself to the other people? And you can say, right, you can, let's say, for instance, with online personal training, this is something that we do. Let's say you can come on board my online coaching program and it's only going to cost you $1,000 a month. But if you went and saw a face-to-face personal trainer at your local gym that could just be your average local trainer that isn't going to give you the high-end expertise, knowledge and experience that we're giving you right here, that is going to be costing you $3,000 a month if you go and see them. So therefore, we're actually saving you $2,000 a month, and we're giving you the experience and knowledge and guide for you to be able to get the results that you want. Suddenly that person right now goes, oh, okay, I see the value in what you're giving me. You're giving me the result that I want, and you're being able to save me because this other option that I was thinking of isn't the right option for me. So you're educating them into where they're at and what is the right best fit for them. So I hope that answers the question. Obviously, like, comment back and ask questions more so we can go deep into that. Now, I'll go to the other question that you asked is, if someone says, oh, I just got to talk with my husband and confirm with that, there's a couple of things you need to do. Firstly, in the actual conversation, is what you need to be able to do is ask them, who's the decision maker right now? Like, if you're happy to come on board the program, are you going to be willing to make the decision of joining the program today? That's something really important because it takes it away of someone wanting practice. To be perfectly honest, when someone says, oh, I just want to like talk with my husband, that can be two things. It can be completely legitimate and they just obviously have a relationship where they want to make financial decisions together. That's perfectly fine. In that case, what I would do is you want to be able to get her walking away with the right information. Maybe even you want to talk with the husband and will be able to give them information for them to be able to do it together. So it's not just them coming cold and her coming back saying, oh, like, I'm thinking of seeing this personal trainer. It's going to cost me $200 a week. And he's going to be like, oh, just do the step class. And no, that's not what it's about, because you need to then educate him on what's going on as well. So it's best to have something where someone can walk away and actually have that informed information with them. Maybe you email it to them after that weight loss consultation. Or the second thing is, maybe they just actually are procrastinating on the decision. They don't really need to talk with the husband. There's a good out for them to be able to walk away with that. Sorry, Zach just said, I like to book a follow-up with them if they won't sign on the day. Totally. Like, look, if you say, look, why don't I follow up with you? Why don't we have a call next week and see how you're going with everything that I've shown you so far? It's a great way to do it. You never want to just, like, cut the conversation, be like, oh, screw you, you're not joining the program, all right, off to the next person. No, it could be completely legitimate. It's all good. But again, you want to be able to leave them with the right information, and then you can touch base with them later and making sure that you see where they're at, because maybe they've had to go away, stew on that decision. Because remember, some people will act on things straight away. Some people's personality is that they will always walk away from something and think about it and let things stew before they do make the decision. So you also ask, I use Facebook ads to get leads with a landing page with testimonials, but I get no booked consultations. So, perfect. Okay, really good. So, let's go back to the bottlenecks that we were talking about before. So, you've got people coming through the first bottleneck. You've got people coming through the second bottleneck. You've got people coming through step 1. You've got people coming through step 2. Then you're losing them on bottleneck number 3, which is you're not able to get them into that conversation. So what you need to be able to do is what they're signing up for, whatever they're signing up for on that landing page, isn't working. It sucks. What we need to be able to do is change that. You need to show someone that they have the need to be able to take that next step. They're not feeling compelled to take that next step. You're losing them along that way. It could be maybe it's too long of a gap of information that you're getting. So that's why, like I said in the more advanced sales funnel, that we have a piece of information from that video series that they sign up, something straight away that can take them straight into a sale, signing on board as a client. That, again, perfect. So happy with that. That was like, oh, that just completely come together. Third FAQ that we can answer right now, and this was something that was really common, was new changes for what's going on this year. And I think it comes back to what I originally said was so many of the health and fitness space is saturated, but it's not competitive. You need to be able to differentiate yourself. And you need, and this is the most important thing. Oh my God, I nearly forgot this, but this is the most important thing. You need to be doing only what counts. So many trainers in what they're doing, they're trying to do all these different things. They're trying to do some Facebook ads, and they're doing a video, then they're doing a blog post, then they're doing some flyer drops, then they're trying to do some referral campaigns, like all this different stuff, and none of it is working. Now, when we're saying what it is that you need to do is you need to differentiate yourself, you need to attract the right people, you need to be doing only the one, maybe two things that is going to be doing that job, getting people through that sales funnel, going from the content to the relationship building steps to the actual sales offer, coming on board your coaching program. So it is doing what you love, because like, let's be brutally honest right now. In the fitness industry, we want to be able to transform bodies and transform lives. You don't want to be spending all day, every day, like writing out emails, writing out sales copy, like trying to do bloody websites. You should not do websites. You should not do graphic design, all those kind of things. You want to be doing the creative art and science that is getting people to get the results that they want. That's what the training, the diet, supplementation, lifestyle, all these things can be coming together, and that it is what you really need to be focusing on. So when it comes to like what's happening right now, is there is a huge differentiation of people that are just going to be vanilla, because I think there's a lot of people in this, like especially the online space, trying to do it. I think the people that are doing a shit job and not giving value are going to be completely culled. They're going to be killed out of the game for sure. And it's the people that are talking very specifically and giving great value and doing the right things that are going to absolutely thrive for sure. And I think that just really shows the simplicity of what we need to do. Like, we went through like a 3-step sales funnel that's literally working for coaches and trainers, and like they're all in different countries right now. Like, that's what's really cool. And another thing is, like, this can't be cookie cutter. Like, and why I don't want to say, all right, what you need to do today is like, you need to do this video, put people into this challenge, then you can like sign them on board this program. It's cookie cutter at the end of the day. That's one tactic, and yes, one tactic can work, but it isn't going to work for everyone. And that's why I said I'd rather teach you to fish rather than give you a fish. Understand the strategies, understand the things that you can do now, understand the things that you can do to continue to grow your business as well. And that's what's really important for you to be able to do this. When it really comes to knowing the few things that you want to do. And like, look, this is the thing as well. I was like, look, for everyone that's coming on and gets actually access to this coaching calling in with me, I am more than happy for you to sign on board a free strategy call to find out what are those few things that you need to be doing. What does your sales funnel need to look like, and how can you put that together? Because if you're scratching your head and you're like, oh, I'm not too sure what to do, well then just let's simply figure out what are the best next steps, and then you can do that. So I'll pop a link below. You can click the link below for you to be able to book in your free strategy call so we can quickly go over it. It's a 15-minute call, and the thing is, if you want to be able to say, yes, I want to be able to continue on, I want to know what the next best steps are, fantastic. At least you're walking away at the end of the day knowing what it is that you need to be doing to break through. Because again, it can't be cookie cutter. You can't be copying what another trainer is or another coach is doing, because you have a different market. You have different things. You want to be earning different money. You define freedom as a different thing. Do you want to be like working face to face? Do you want to be working face to face and online? Do you purely just want to have an online business and live around the world? Whatever it is, that's all cool. And like success is whatever it is you define it. The thing is, you just need to define it, and you just need to put those steps together for it as well. It's really as simple as that. So the most important thing that you need to be able to do right now is walk through all these different steps. What are you doing for your sales funnel? What are the steps? Is there a sales funnel you want to put together right now that you can literally start executing from this week and signing on clients? And what is more an advanced step that you want to grow into so that you know what the steps are that you need to do to be able to do? And so you can stop procrastinating, so you can stop sitting at your computer and going, what do I do today? I'm so confused, and like you're just like, oh, and your head blows up. That's not cool. So we want to make it nice and easy. That's why I wanted to do this coaching call. It's completely bloody free. God damn it. Like, I'm giving you the answers right now. I'm saying you can even book in for a free call, and so we can actually go one-on-one through the steps you need to do. I can't make it any bloody easier than that. It's obviously a no-brainer for it. So put this into action. So what we can do is the next coaching call that we'll put together, because I've got a couple of really important ones that some really good questions have come through. So I've got a couple of lined up that we can kind of walk through over the next little bit. But we're going to want to make sure that what we need to do is have this sales funnel together, have the steps, knowing the conversion. So then when you get leads, so then when you get traffic, followers, all this kind of stuff, it's going to work. Because what's the point? Like, everyone can get, let's call it 100 people to your sales page, a sales video, whatever it is. Like, that's super simple. Anyone can do 100 from just the network that they've got. And this is what happens all the time. This is like, I was on a call yesterday and I was like, how many clients have you got on board because you launched your program? It was like 2 to 3 weeks ago. No clients. Okay, that's cool. Let's not worry about the traffic just for now because we can crush that later. Let's worry about how do we actually get those people on board, because you can walk away with 10, 20, 30 plus clients in a really short amount of time for you to be able to do that. I'm losing my pen. I'm getting all excited, so that's what we need to do. All right. I have gone massively over time, but I really appreciate you watching this right now. Obviously, click the link below so you can join and you can actually book the free strategy call between you and me so we can go all through this. Ask all the questions below. Get back to me and say, hey, Chris, I'm a bit confused with this. Or, hey, Chris, I'm really interested in knowing these things. And how do I get the next call and all this kind of stuff? That's all good as well. So anyway, peace out. I've got to get ready to fly back to Bali tomorrow. The weather, it's no good. And I want you to enjoy your day. Now it's time for you to get the most out of this, and this is where I can jump in and give the answers that you need. So ask your questions in the comments below so I can personally come through and answer them for you. Plus, the best discussions happen on chrisdufay.com, so click on over to get everything that I've got there for you. And did you like this episode? Because if so, click subscribe so I can send you all the episodes to come for free straight to you. And for everything that I can't fit in these episodes, plus the free guides and coaching episodes, then click on over to chrisdufay.com now. Looking forward to seeing you soon and in the success community.